talk about motion. Our four vocab words are speed, velocity, acceleration, force, and friction. Who doesn't love a good roller coaster? Roller coasters are a great way to show motion and look at some of our vocab words today. What's your favorite roller coaster? Let's start with speed. Speed is how fast an object travels. So as we see it, a lot of times, speed equals distance over time. So you notice this a lot, especially when you're driving with your family. When you see those speed limit signs and they say mph, or miles per hour. A car moves 640 miles in 8.5 hours. What is the speed of the car? We start with our formula, speed equals distance over time. Then we'll plug in our numbers, 640 miles over 8.5 hours, which gives us 75 miles per hour. So, are speed and velocity the same? Survey says yes. Speed is your distance over time, while velocity just adds a small little piece called direction. So velocity is actually distance over time plus direction. In order to find velocity, we're going to use our formula distance over time plus direction. So if Sally flies 695 miles in 2 hours, we would divide those two and get 347.5 miles per hour, and don't forget to add south for velocity. We've done speed and velocity, now it's on to acceleration. Acceleration is simply a change in speed or velocity. So speeding up, slowing down, changing direction, those are all acceleration. Our math formula says acceleration equals final velocity minus starting velocity divided by time. A roller coaster's velocity at the top of a hill is 10 meters per second. 2 seconds later, it reaches the bottom of the hill with a velocity of 26 meters per second. What was the acceleration of the coaster? So we're going to use our formula. We're going to plug in the numbers that we know, and we're going to get 8 meters per second per second. Force is our next vocab word. Force is simply a push or a pull, and the unit is Newton, kind of like Isaac Newton's where it came from. Forces can be balanced where they sit still, unbalanced where they're moving, and we can also figure out net force when we talk about the total force acting on an object. Our finale goes to friction. Friction is a force that opposes motion and creates thermal and heat energy. There are 4 types. We've got rolling friction that has wheels or ball bearings, sliding friction where 2 surfaces go against each other, static where it sits still, or fluid that goes through a liquid or a gas. We can reduce friction by using a lubricant or making a surface smoother, or even changing the type of friction like adding wheels to something. To increase friction, we make a surface rougher, like the reason that athletes wear cleats.